welcome to the What If Ask AI channel. On this channel, we ask multiple AI services what if questions. The what if questions was made back in my childhood when I was asked to put all my questions in a binder because my family was tired of me asking them all the questions I had in mind. Now, later in the future, I'm taking the questions I made from my childhood and asking the AI services the questions and reviewing and judging their responses. I hope you enjoy this channel. Hello, and welcome back to the What If Ask AI channel, and today we're going to be going over this question. What if you were coming back from a 6-hour vacation and this car has been following you ever since you started to get back home? So the AI services I'll be using is ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Perplexity, and Meta AI. And as mentioned before, I will be using few shot prompting to help with this, help the AI services answer the question appropriately. And these two are from, the answers are from two friends of mine that I answered the question. So now we're going to plug this into each of the AI services, and then I'm going to review them, and I'm going to give the best response that I think, whatever service gave the best response. So let's see what this one will do. Okay, so it reads, that's an interesting what if, here's how I would answer it. And the answer is, if that happened, I'd definitely feel a little uneasy, and it would be smart to stay alert. Maybe you could take a few turns to see if the car is still behind you. If he keeps following you, it might be worth pulling over somewhere safe or calling a family member or the authorities to let them know what's going on. Better to be cautious than sorry. Okay. Okay, and here's Copilot. And let's see what Copilot has to say. Okay, so here's a response in the same simple conversational style as your examples. Answer, I'd say that would definitely feel unsettling, and I hope you get somewhere safe as soon as possible. Okay, so keeping it casual because the two people I kind of asked them to answer the question, they kind of answered it in that same way. So, I mean, the Copilot answered it in the same way as those two people, so that is a good response, kind of like short to the point. Now let's see what Gemini has to say. Alright, now Gemini says, that sounds like an incredibly stressful and unsettling way to end a trip. After 6 hours on the road, the last thing anyone wants is the anxiety of feeling watched or followed. In a situation like that, safety becomes the only priority. Here is how that scenario would likely play out. Heightened awareness. You would start testing the theory, taking 3 right turns to see if they stay with you, or getting off at an exit and immediately getting back on. Safety first. Rather than pulling into your driveway and showing them where you live, you would head towards a well-lit public place, a gas station, or even better, a police station. Staying connected. You would likely be on the phone with a friend or the authorities to ensure someone knows exactly where you are. It's definitely the kind of what if that turns a relaxing vacation into a real-life thriller. Okay. Kind of the same structure response as Gemini. I mean, not Gemini, as Copilot. No, not Copilot. as ChatGPT. But let's see what Perplexity has to say. Okay, so Perplexity's answer is, that would definitely feel unsettling. I'd probably stay alert and avoid going straight home, and maybe to a public place or contact the authorities to be safe. And then let's see what Meta has to say. Now let's see what Meta has to say. It's generating. Okay, let's get into the scenario. So you're cruising back home after a relaxing 6-hour vacay, and this car's been on your tail the whole time. First things first, stay calm, right? Take a few deep breaths and try not to speed or make any sudden moves that might escalate the situation. Next, try to notice any distinguishing features about the car, make, model, color, license plate number maybe. If you feel super uncomfortable, you could try driving to a nearby police station or a busy spot with lots of people around. Safety in numbers, you know. If that's not an option, call the cops yourself and give them a heads up. Better safe than sorry, dude. What do you think? Okay, so those are our 5 responses. So before I give my ranking of them, I do want to say that I do like how we had 2 of them, which was Perplexity and Copilot, kind of like answer short and sweet, because that's what the ones in the example did. And then I like also how ChatGPT, Gemini, and Meta answered in like they gave like a whole context of what you should do and what things you can do to check and to verify if you're in danger or not. So while I do like how Copilot and Perplexity answered the question similar to how my friends had answered the question, or the 2 people I reached out to, this question is kind of a long one, or kind of like a detailed one that kind of needs more than just the answer of, so if I go back to Copilot, say like, it'd feel unsettling and I hope you get somewhere safe. And it's kind of like to the point, but it doesn't really help instruct you on what to actually do. I guess they tell you like what to do, but they don't like bring up that much. So I'd say the worst, I'm gonna say Copilot was the worst on this one, because it just says that'd be definitely unsettling, and I'd hope you would get safe somewhere safe as soon as possible. But then yeah, I would say the reason that Perplexity is above Copilot, it would be number 4 in this scenario, is because this one said like avoid going straight home and maybe drive to a public place or contact the authorities. Gives a little bit more interaction. So Copilot is 5, Perplexity is 4, and then I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT, and it says like, you know, I definitely feel a little bit uneasy, and it would be smart to stay alert. And then it said like you could take a few turns, and then yeah, it says if he keeps following you, then you might want to go somewhere safe, or you might want to call a family member and let them know what's going on. The reason that I'm kind of giving this a 3 is because like, while it does give you like a scenario what to do, it's just like one scenario. You know, if like to see if the car is still behind you, just to turn. Whereas Google and Meta kind of gave more of the scenarios on what to do. So like this one from the Gemini one said like you took like a few right turns, or take a few right turns to see if they're with you, and then it says you can pull up to a public place like a gas station or a police station, and then it also says to stay on the phone with a friend or authority. So it kind of gives a little bit more instruction on what things you can actually do. So that's why I'm kind of like putting ChatGPT at a 3 for this question. And then I'm actually going to put Gemini at a 2. And the reason I will say this, and I'll put Meta at 1, is because Meta, when I had read over it, it had said like, Meta kind of had this part in here which really stuck out to me. Just say like, try to notice any distinguishing features about the car, the make, model, color, license plate number maybe. Like I don't think any of the other 4 services, the AI services, caught up on that, because all of them said like, you know, you should get away, but none of them, or you should go to safety, but none of them said like you should take note of what specific car is following you. So that's why I'm saying that's why I'm saying my ranking is Meta is 1, Gemini is 2, ChatGPT is 3, Perplexity is 4, and Copilot is 5. And with that, thank you for listening to this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.